welcome to my channel. It's actually pretty funny because I don't know what the channel name is. I haven't decided yet as I'm recording this. So you're going to know what it is. I'm not going to know anything. I'm also recording this after I recorded my first design video because I kind of wanted to see what it would be like for me to actually record one before I give my idea of what I want to do. Before I get into any of that though, I want to just first start off by introducing myself. My name is Ron. I've been doing graphic design since I graduated school 4 years ago. Not at a very high level though. I haven't really had a job that challenged me in that realm and made me progress. It's always been like whatever my skills are that I currently have, that's good enough for the job. So I never got past that barrier. I went to school for graphic design and my program was kind of in the basic world where it didn't really dive deep enough for me into certain subjects. So I would just have like a base knowledge of everything from like illustrating, photoshopping, layout design, web design, video. Like I have basic skills in all of those, but I want to get better at certain ones. I latched on to Photoshop. I had a project once where we did a photo composition. I remember I had like a forest and I put a bear with a deer and like it looked like dog shit, but it was like, holy shit, I can take 5 or 6 different photos and put them together, and that alone that blew my mind. So when the pandemic hit, I didn't really have a job. I don't remember if I had a job. I don't think I had a job. So I decided to get better at this. But then as it happens, I procrastinated. I didn't do it. I just left it be. Never really went back to it. Now I work for a company where I produce custom clothing, like for team sports and stuff. Sporting. It's usually like schools and sporting stuff. So it's not like this. It's not like stuff that people just sell hundreds of the same shirt over and over again. So in my free time, I decided, why not just get back into all of this and get good again. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm like diving straight into Photoshop, going back into it. I'm going to basically try to get good at sketching. Not at like a detailed level, but enough to get me by. Sketching, photoshopping, like lighting, perspective, anything to do with Photoshop, like putting images together is what I'm going for. Illustrating is a big one. I really want to get better at making logos or characters. Characters is another one that I kind of want to get into, just character art. But I have to start somewhere, right? Now I do have, I guess, 4 working years of experience under my belt. But again, like I said, not a crazy level. So I'm going to be actually in a few minutes here, I'm going to be going through kind of the level that I'm at so far in some of the categories. I'm going to pinpoint what I can see now with like more trained eyes, as I guess that's the, I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm going to look at some of these pieces and be like, okay, this could be done better. This is good. And I'm going to kind of just talk through some of that stuff, and it'll also give you an idea of where I'm actually at. In the video that's going to come out after this one, I mentioned this was inspired by Benny Productions and Phase Runner. And I want to just say that again to just make sure that's in the first video, because every time I watch one of their videos, I'm always like, where's Photoshop? Double click that shit, get it open right away, you know? I want to just do something, but I also do get disappointed when things don't work out. So now that I'm actually filming it, I feel more of a pressure on me to actually get it done, which is good because it'll help me get over my mental block of, oh, I'm never going to be as good as these guys, which I can be. I just need to practice. I'm just hoping to upgrade my skills and learn as much as possible. So I really, if anyone actually watches this, I really want to be as interactive as possible. If you have ideas of how I can improve, please just leave a comment on any of the videos. Be like, hey, try this next time. I'll be like, yeah, sure. Why not? That'll be great, because then it'll help me develop my skills. I'd have to stress this though, this is not a tutorial. Nothing that what I'm doing is a tutorial at all. It's just me kind of going through my process, talking it out, doing it, seeing if it doesn't work, and then restarting. The first video is 43 minutes long. Insane. It took me, I did it over the span of like seven days, probably. Not all day, obviously, an hour here and like half an hour there. But so far what I can see is that style of video is, I'm trying to cut it down, but basically how it would work is I have my idea, I sketch it out, I start putting my photos in. If they don't work, I'll redo them, put new photos in, go through the lighting, and then just kind of back and forth until I get something that kind of resembles my sketch, but I'm not staying 100% true to my sketch, if that makes any sense. I'm hoping they won't all be 43 minutes because that took me a long time to edit, and I don't necessarily have a lot of time. This channel is very much gonna adapt over time. Every video is going to be probably different until I really find the groove for editing styles and everything that I want to go for. So please be patient with me. I don't have an upload schedule. I work full-time. I really only have my weekends sometimes, so I'm gonna upload when I can, but it could be weeks apart, it could be a month apart. I'm not going to be promising when I'm uploading next, ever. You know, some videos will be of something completely different from the last video. Like, I'm planning to make videos different, you know, but I'm obviously, if, say, my first video is a landscape one, so spoilers, I do make a landscape in it. So you may see a landscape like 25 different times, but I'm hoping that I'm not going to make them back to back, and they'll be very different at least, and it'll be quicker because I'll actually be learning as I'm going. I feel like I'm talking too much and I feel like I'm being too repetitive, so I'm just gonna kind of end it right there. I'm gonna go through my samples, and that'll be this for this first video. All right, so this one I'm not gonna even attempt to tell you when I made these, but I'm just gonna tell you right here. It looks not great. So I do use Envato elements for most of my things. If not, I'd like to just take them from Unsplash, or Pexels is like my last resort, but if I can't find anything, I'm going there. I don't think this works. I realized I said, let me see what works, and then pointed at something that doesn't work, but the lightning doesn't work. It's too crisp. It's like no one would ever see that much detail in, you know, in the lightning. It just doesn't make sense. The flooring is doo-doo, I guess, but I would say hard doo-doo on that one, I think. This shadow on him can be a little bit lighter in the front because there is, like, I made light hit him there, right? So that's what I'll say for this one. Following what I said about being inspired by Benny Productions, I attempted to make Bastiodon, which is a Pokemon for those of you who are not aware. And I think it looks like dog shit. I will put an image next to it of what the Pokemon art looks like, so you can see what, you know, how I bastardized this beautiful creature. This was actually my most recent one. No, actually that's a just straight lie. I just straight up lied. This is the second most recent thing that I did before starting this channel. The background image is just one image, so I didn't do anything to it except for maybe change the color. I'm a huge Zelda fan, so I wanted to make... I had a project going where I was going to realistify all of the N64 sprites, which, you know, I still might get back into. I don't know yet. But this was the bubble. For those of you who have played, this is the bubble. Couple things that I think don't work is that there's a lack of ambient lighting, especially on the trees here. I'm pretty sure I didn't do anything to blend this wing into his head, so that's a real shame. But everything else I'm kind of a fan of. I just not sure how I feel about the lack of ambient lighting. This one is just a straight up tree with some lava, and I think most of this image works. I don't think that my lighting on the rocks work because I'm missing that harsh light that would be kind of at the closest point to the actual light source. I just have ambient lighting, which doesn't necessarily work. I think that the mountains in the background, or not the mountains in the background, this mountain right here looks just like cut out of cardboard. Like I just glued something on top, like I'm a 4-year-old in kindergarten. I was given a glue stick for the first time. This one, I don't really have much to say about this one. I know that this hand right here, I took it off of Luke Skywalker Hot Toys to use to do that. The background is really messy. The sky is alright, and this main image here, yeah, it's not bad, it's just not great. This was actually one of my earlier ones when I made this piece, and I gained a lot of confidence from this one, and it kind of set me on a path of doing a lot more that necessarily didn't work out. But this one gave me confidence because I actually tried something new and it worked. Like the moss texture on this, I added that, and I think it looks like it belongs. Like it doesn't look bad. This thing looks really out of place. But other than that, if I remove this, the octopus tentacle, I think this piece looks great. He's ignited his jetpack, but has the most rigid stance. Jesus, I can't speak. So that's a little bit of my background. There's a lot that I can improve on, so that's what I'm hoping this is going to become. Just improvement after improvement, and then go from there. I will schedule the first video to follow this one to come out the day after this one gets uploaded, and then after that I'm unsure because I have not recorded it. So anyway, if you have discovered this channel, I hope you stick around, and please leave comments. I would love to learn if you guys have any tips. Thanks. See ya.